I don't think the ice cream man found that funny. He's like, what the fuck? We are bloodying up the skeletons finally, and they're still gooey and wet. So Katie, you're gonna keep filming because you have one clean hand and I don't. Do I look like a lion? Oof. I can't touch my hair anyway. We were waiting and waiting. Like he went over to the park. There's a park right over there. And we were waiting like 5 minutes, and he's just sitting there. Some fat kid probably really wanted a lot of ice cream. So we were like, oh, it'll be great. We'll have the, we'll hold him up or whatever when he comes by. And that guy just looked really cranky. So I didn't want to. He actually stopped, and I thought he would just like smiled and walked by or gone by. But either way, we are bloodying up at least one, if not two, of the big ones out of the 5. I'll probably end up bloodying up 2 of them because any of the ones that are in the rebar scene should all probably match. And to answer questions before I start getting them, yes, I know skeletons can't bleed. And I know that they wouldn't be necessarily looking like this, but I go look at those again. I more have them for 2 things. It gives more depth color to them, and at night you probably won't even be able to tell they're red. It just makes them look a little bit more, multi-toned. And then also, I was trying to think of like the scene where either they were just something else was going on, like other things were being killed or smashed up, and the blood splattered onto them. Or, shit, they got their skin ripped off in one big swipe, like in the Silent Hill movie. So that's sort of the thing I was going for. Got 2 kids. There'll be 2 adult skeletons in there. One, here, point up in the tree, Katie. One will be hanging from barbed wire from, like, this branch, just from his hands. And the other one's going to be the one speared on it. We've gotten a bunch of other things locked down mentally. I'm going to have 2 actors, actually, at all times. They're going to switch back and forth between doing some different things. Does my hair look, do I look really stupid? Like, I might have shit all over me? There's going to be one... Here, let's come out over here. You can talk, too. You don't have to.
I know, you're not going to be able to touch your hair, so I think it's...
Yeah, I know.
You're going to be
driving me nuts. I normally touch it 800
crazy.
times, so I got to take a shower anyway. But, there's going to be 1 actor in this area. And when I say actor, I don't necessarily mean jumping out and scaring people. Just for atmosphere, something else moving. They're both going to be dressed up as zombies. He can hide in the oyster plants out here. He can hide behind the trees. He can, do whatever. But there's going
You have to be laying on his belly
Yeah.
to hide in the oyster plant.
Yeah, he'll definitely... Or he can lay down on his back and, like, pop up.
That would be cool.
Yeah, so we'll see, but there'll be a little like crappy fog machine over here, like a little push button one. I have 3 nice big ones. I think that all 3 of them have timers. If not, then I gotta buy one. And then I have 3 little crappy ones. So I think I'll have 4 hooked up this year, and he'll be able to trigger one back over there, just something to play with. Maybe I'll bury actually the fog machine. It'll make more sense. I'll bury it in here, and then he can, screw around with that, while he's like laying in here. And there'll be a full standing, like, static zombie, probably a ground breaker and some tombstones just to fill this scene in, sort of like the graveyard's overflowing. But one thing that we did kind of change is there's going to be like 2 entrances and 2 exits. This area out here will be a entrance/exit of just where the fencing will go. You'll walk on in. I gotta bump these back a little bit farther because there's some nasty roots that you can literally stick your entire foot underneath. So that was like a broken ankle waiting to happen. Katie almost killed herself on already. Shake your head, shake it up and down. There you go. So yeah, I'll scoot these over some more and have the fencing right here. But then over here, I'm gonna go right alongside where this whole area is the rebar section, the junkyard.
I almost tripped on it again.
It'll go. These are all be trimmed back a little bit too. So it'll go. You'll go in here, and basically this path right here, and then the one I just walked will collide into one, and then it'll come up over here, and then it'll go back to the same place I've showed about 3 times in other videos to get the candy. So basically, it just gives more of an option. So people, when they get to here, if it's getting crowded, they can, if they came in this way, they can go out that way, you know, vice versa. It just gives more dispersal area. Plus, well, I was thinking that if I didn't do that, nothing over there would really probably get seen because they would just come up the driveway. So hopefully now if people come from that side of the sidewalk, they'll come up that side of the yard. Makes sense, I think. What else? Oh, we brought over just some more stuff from our house. How much time are we at?
5 minutes.
That's it? Jesus Christ. I was like, oh, we're getting almost 10 minutes? But I brought over some of the wood to board up the window. I called the two actors, which they're Katie's younger brother and his friend, who are actually working at Hollow Scream at Busch Gardens this year. So I think they would, you know, fit in, you know, pretty well. They'll already be in the mood and have had work like in a month in a haunted house. So it's both of their first jobs too. So it's, you know, so they're so that's cool. You know, that's something that I haven't done for a really long time, is had actual live people. Katie will be the other zombie.
I'll be a wandering tour
Yeah.
guide zombie.
Yeah, and then the other actor slash helper will be actually way back in there, and he'll be in charge of triggering like 2 or 3 props. So pop out the 2.
Be kind of back in like
Back in the
this
darkness area. These 2 guys will swap back and forth, so one will be able to interact with people, and then the other one will have to, you know, chill back here, and it'll be kind of cool, so they can jump back and forth between behind these plants, I think. Or maybe I'll trim it up a little bit more on the back side so they can easily just go back and forth, maybe every 5 minutes, you know, something like that, so they're not getting too bored. Because this guy back over here ain't really going to be able to do anything. Maybe he can stand up and just go, ugh, you know. But so that's about it. Katie,
We're
I
gonna
have
have
to
to
finish.
supply them with off.
Yeah, the bugs in this jungle are pretty gnarly. Definitely a mosquito habitat. Not going to do any plant trimming yard work until I get back from the corn shows and that fun.
What do you say, Katie? Something.
Oh, I ended the vlog 3 times or so that was the first ending.
Yep.
So we cleared out a bunch of the oyster plants, had a bunch of grass grown out of it, which in turn kind of looked a little cool, you know, like overgrown, but at the same time it looked also sort of just like a mess. Like if it was just the tall grass, it would have looked okay, but the tall grass inside the oyster plants just made it kind of look messy. So now at least you can see, you know, you'll be able to see over top of it. The grass was like this tall in some of the spots, so now you'll be able to see the props that are back there too. Can you think of anything that we're missing? I'm missing to talk about? Oh, well, we can take a peek inside, because I haven't filmed, I don't think I filmed all this. It's going to be dark in here. Oh, yeah, bulbs just blew up. Hold on. Basically, everything is out of the garage now. All this was back in the garage, all the bones and things. This they've already seen. They already saw that. That leaves nothing really in the garage except for just cardboard boxes that I'm going to use for decorating, or for like the junkyard and stuff for rubble. And nothing there's really changed. I put up a video. What time are we at now?
9:06.
Oh shit, okay. I put a video up of Halloween gaming, cool games to play or check out during, you know, October, get in the mood. Go check that video out. I think it's the one right before this now. So anyways, say bye, Katie, with bloody hands. Alright guys, peace out.